Hello, this is Sim Racing Corner, and this is a ButtKicker Mini LFE, and I'm going to open it up so you can take a look inside. And there was a reason why I wanted to open this one up. So I have 4 of them. I bought them on eBay. I've only had them for a couple of days, and I got these nice brackets as well with them, which are not normally included. They're something you have to buy separately. So I got quite a good deal by buying 4 of these. So I was happy with that. But this one out of the 4 was not very good. What was happening on this one was it was rattling around. I could shake it around, I could hear it rattling, which wasn't normal. The others didn't rattle. And in use, it was making this kind of, again, this rattling, knocking noise, which was actually really unpleasant because it was just, it wasn't helping with the tactile. It's just actually causing this, audible kind of knocking noise, which was just terrible. So I figured I was going to open it up, and I already have. So I'll show you what I did using one of these hex keys. I have to say the 2 of these bolts were really difficult to loosen. I had to put it against the floor and just put a massive amount of force on it, and I thought I was going to bend this thing, but I managed to break the binding. And one was okay. I was able to do it with my hands, but yeah, I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to get into it, but luckily I managed to loosen the bolts. So they're a bit loose now because I've just already pre-loosened them. But what I was really kind of surprised about when I looked inside, how simple they were. The arrangement, very interesting design, and a lot smaller than I figured. And I think you might be surprised, really. So there you go. So that's the weight inside. It's quite small. On the top and the bottom, you have this kind of rubber nipple thing. So when the weight moves around, it's got something to hit against rather than bare metal. So that just gives it a bit of a buffer. And yeah, and if you take a closer look, you can see there's a sleeve and there's the weight inside. And I'm not sure if you can see around it. Maybe not from here, but yeah, there's kind of a gap there. I'm not sure if any light's shining out, but it's on that side. I can see it a little bit. But what I did is I popped this out because it's just magnetised in there and just holds in there, and that's it. Just this kind of plastic sleeve thing and a lubricated weight. And what I did was I just added some lithium grease in the sleeve and just popped it back in, and that seems to have sorted out the rattling. It seems to have filled that gap, and now it seems to be better. So what I haven't done, I haven't quite tested it yet. I've actually I need to put it back on the rig, and I'll follow up in a moment to let you know if that helped, because it really was terrible. I thought it was broken when I first tried it, and I think this may be the solution. So if you have a rattling ButtKicker, one of these minis, you may be able to just get inside and do what I've done, and it should hopefully fix it. So let me test it, and I will let you know in a moment. Hello, I'm back, and I decided instead of putting it on the sim rig, I would put it on my tabletop here, and we can test it with my little frame here, which I've used for other bass shaker testing. And we're going to play back a bass heavy soundtrack, because that really does demonstrate how powerful these things are. And as a demonstration, I'm going to show you this because it's quite interesting. First I'll lift it up, and you'll just hear what's going on. And when I put it on the table, you'll hear you'll hear just suddenly huge amount of vibrations as it just passes through my table here. It's quite impressive and how much it starts shaking. But you get that impression from the sound. So let's go ahead with that. see the difference. Pretty amazing stuff. Well, that's enough of that, and that was pretty impressive, I think. Yeah, I could really feel the whole table was vibrating. And the good news is it has fixed the rattling noise I had from this. It's no longer, I no longer have that extra kind of unnecessary kind of knocking noise, which was just unpleasant. It wasn't necessary and it just wasn't good tactile. So yeah, that's fixed that. So yeah, it is worth doing if you have one of these rattling little mini butt kickers. That's what you need to do. Open it up, just add some lubrication, and that may and hopefully should fix it for you too. Yeah, I guess I'll see how it lasts over the long term, but I think we probably sorted now, so that's good news. And yeah, so that's worth doing. But there you go. So I will test these. I will review these for sim racing, and I do have quite an interest in actually comparing these to the budget bass shakers. Because these are pretty expensive and the budget bass shakers are very inexpensive. And my preliminary tests as a sneak peek is they actually perform quite similarly. So yeah, you may not need to buy these really expensive ones to get actually good tactile performance, but I'll go into more detail when I get around to doing this comparison video in the future. I don't know when that will come out, but I say that about all my videos. I'm not sure when they're going to come out, but yeah, that was good. So yeah, fixed and working well again. Well, okay, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop comments below the video, like and subscribe. I'll be back soon with something new, so happy simming out there, and bye bye.